Skip, let me start with you.
Yes,
Does
ma'am.
Durant have a point?
He does not have a point. This was Kevin's attempt to defuse the emotion that is boiling toward his return Saturday night.
That beehive he about to walk
It's
into.
going to be.
Won't be as bad as Cleveland, you think? I don't think it'll be that bad when LeBron went
When
back.
LeBron went back.
Yeah.
Kevin's going to get booed because those people feel so betrayed by him. But he'll be okay, but he can't diffuse it. It's going to be what it's going to be. And for him to try to dismiss what's going on between him and Westbrook as quote-unquote fake drama is just flat out wrong. It won't work because it was very, very real. I'm going to repeat what I've been saying for the last 3 years, what I wrote on ESPN.com. Kevin Durant wanted out of Oklahoma City. He just got sick and tired of trying to coexist with the Russell Westbrook, who was the primary ball handler and primary decision maker for that offense. And I did not blame him for that. I didn't condemn him for it. He just needed a fresh start elsewhere because he didn't think he could win a championship with a Russell Westbrook who dominated the basketball so many times in fourth quarters and down the stretch in close games. And I want to be clear about this. He really liked Russell. In fact, I think he loved him as a little brother, even though they're very close. They're only like 2 months difference in age, but it seemed like Russell was the little brother because Russell stayed at UCLA for the extra year and got a year later start in pro basketball. And so there was nothing personal to this. It was just that Kevin said, I don't think I can win a championship with that guy. And as I enter my 10th year, it doesn't bother my pride. I'm going to join forces with the team that won a record 73 games and to me would have won the NBA Finals if Draymond hadn't gotten himself suspended. So I just wish Kevin now would own that because Russell owns it. And do not forget, this was very real to Russell because they had a little pet saying. They called weak or soft players cupcakes, thanks to Kendrick Perkins. It was one of his pet terms. So on July the 4th, when Kevin made the big shocking announcement, Russell posted a picture of him holding up cupcakes for the 4th of July. And it was a subtle shot. You're a cupcake, Kevin. Yeah. And then when Kevin said how refreshing it is to play with unselfish players, I'm sorry, it's going to come across to Russell, even though maybe the question got a little sort of misconstrued.
It come across a 10-year-old.
To a 10-year-old,
right.
Russ. It was.
And I hear him like it may not have been a shot. If somebody asks me what's it like at Fox, and I say, man, the people are great, I love it here. Mm-hmm. That's not necessarily a shot at my former employee. Not necessarily. I mean,
I'm kidding.
You could
I'm kidding.
You could really mean
I got
not be thinking about the other.
I got
now, it could be a shot too. Mm-hmm. We don't really know. Mm-hmm. So I can somewhat understand
it's
if
going
Ray's
to come
coming
off
from there.
as a shot.
But to your point, the drama is real. Westbrook really did troll you on Instagram with the cupcake photo.
He did.
Westbrook really did wear the photographer's vest.
The photog vest. Oh, I just picked it up.
Exactly.
I just picked it up.
Part of his collection.
You know.
So that's real. You really haven't talked.
No.
Since you left. You really did text him that you were leaving. So it's real.
Kevin Durant started this. At his introductory press conference, he said he talked to Russell. Oh, yeah. He was a little disappointed, but he understood. Russ said, I got a text.
Yeah.
You told that lie. When you could have just said, look, I haven't talked to Russ.
Yep.
But there will be a time and a place that if Russ is amenable, I will sit down, I will explain to my decision with him if that's what I choose to do, and Russ is willing to, accept the invitation. Skip, you knew where I worked for 10 years. And let me tell you like this. You knew where I worked before I got this job for 10 years. If someone were to ask me, well, Shannon, what's it like working with Fox? I said, man, FS1 working with Skip is great. My boss, Jamie Horowitz, he allows me to be myself. What are people going to assume, Chris Broussard?
They're going to assume that you mean you weren't allowed to be yourself.
So when you say it's so great to be with unselfish ball players, when everybody felt that was the reason why you left anyway, because Russell was hogging the ball, you joined a team that was 73-9, a team that you had down 3-1, a team that you shot them out of the ball game early in Game 6. But see, don't nobody mention that, but you saw it. So what's Russell supposed to do with this? It ain't no fake drama. You try to defuse this situation because you know you about to walk into a hornet's nest. and the things are buzzing. You know that. So you can try to pin this on the media all you like. You created this. You could have just said, no, I haven't talked to Russell. There'll be a time and a place if Russell is amenable. I would love to talk to Russell. We had, 8 years together?
Yeah.
8 great years together. And I don't want my decision to leave to weigh on our friendship. I left because I wanted to be in a different situation. I'm a free agent. Russell is a free agent. He can choose to stay or he could go.
Yep.
He chose to stay. I chose to leave and leave it at that. But when you talk about at your introductory press conference, you lean on somebody, yeah, I talked to Russ and he's a little disappointed, but I think he understood. You didn't talk to him. Well, do you know what, Chris? There's a little lie even in the truth. You did. I guess text messages the millennials' way of talking now. It ain't no more.
Well, the question is, did Russell text him back? Which I would assume no.
I'm gonna assume no.
I don't know for sure, but
Right.
so even the part about he's a little disappointed, that was made up, if that's the case.
Yeah. So what is Kevin Russ supposed to do with this? You leave, you lie, said you talked to him and he was okay with it. Then you turn around and say, well, it's great being here. I love playing with unselfish players. What Russ supposed to do with that, Chris?
He's gonna make that assumption.
It's the logical
He's gonna make that
assumption.
assumption.
Okay, so now you were there and you feel that, okay, Russ is the point guard. Russ getting as many shots. He's getting more shots than I am. I'm the MVP. Why should I take a back seat to him?
I never had an issue with it. I got it. I'm with you. I'm on that side. I was always on Kevin's side.
Durant's side.
Yeah. And so when he chose to leave, I was fine with
Yes.
it. But he needs to own leaving.
Yes.
He just needs to acknowledge he should have done it right away. It just didn't work out between the two of us. I wish him well. I think he'll be happier without me, and I'm going to be happier without him because I think they are both, in their own ways, happier solo.
You think Westbrook's happier?
Well, he lost in his canter. For a while, they were rolling.
But they weren't a contender. They weren't even close to a contender. I mean, you got a lot of faith in them, but
Hold up, with KD and Russ?
no, with this
Oh,
year.
they got
So
no chance.
I don't think Russ is happy. Now, I think there's a part of him that will take solace in averaging a triple-double.
You will.
Showing how great you
Hey.
are. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he would rather be competing for a championship
Right.
and be able to win it. You know that they would have entered this year and everybody there would have been thinking, we can beat Golden State. Can
have
you
them
beat
down
Cleveland's
3-1.
another question. But they had to think they could have gotten to the final.
They had the team down 3-1. 3-1. A 73, the team that you joined. See, that's what people don't. See, I think this is why people can't understand Kevin's move. This team was 73-9. You had them down 3-1.
And then what happened? They unraveled. And those two couldn't find
Well,
any
Kevin-
mix, any blend
When you
in the
remember
fourth
game
quarter.
6, Kevin Durant came out in the first quarter and put up like 13 shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what
they were
happened?
trying to blow him out, get it over
Right.
with.
Okay.
And
And then what happened?
Instead of playing the
You know
game.
what happened? And Kevin finally decided, I still can't win it with him. We got as close as we'll ever get, and I'm done with it, and I'm fine with that. But remember, Kevin always resented the fact that the organization treated Russell as the man, as he was the guy. He was the alpha male in the organization. And I've told you, and you guys come back at me, I don't mean this with disrespect, but Kevin is more of a complimentary superstar. He's not the takeover guy. And they're trying to find his role for him in Golden State right now because he's come up small a few
Steph
times
should
late.
be, and I think they're recognizing
They are
Steph should
seeing,
be
and
that
Steph
guy.
is finally saying, wait a second. And what did Draymond do the other night? He took it upon himself to go hard at Kevin, like face-to-face, like profanely hard.
it's
And then he
hard.
said it was a tactic, you know, it was a ploy.
Which I
think it
tend-
was.
yeah,
Well,
I
he was
believe
he was
Draymond.
grinning about it right after he did
I
it.
don't think it's any big deal.
I don't
You
either.
know, you know, I mean, guys getting the heated arguments and
But he was
heated
trying
battle.
to inspire
yeah,
him and motivate
But
him.
Skip, you know this, and Chris, you cover this game. Unless somebody is willing to defer, two great players can't play together.